So good morning. Here's what's going on. It's Friday morning. It's like a beautiful sunny day. It's making me feel happy and ready for the weekend. And I wanted to vlog this weekend because I don't have a ton going on, which means I can do fun things. So I figured, why not record this? And if anything exciting happens, I'll put it in the video as well. But here's the situation right now. I have my breakfast, which I will update what my latest kick is. We still haven't started class. We have like 2 more minutes. This looks questionable. It's diced apples with cinnamon, cocoa powder, and then you like shake it so it tosses together, and you put a big glob of peanut butter on top and then mix it. Oh, it's so good. Also have my coffee. Yum. I've been working on something photography related that's super exciting and such a long time coming. I've been working on a website. My goal is to finish it by next Wednesday. It's Friday right now. There's a lot to do on that, but I'm gonna try to have some fun this weekend. Maybe take this sad little bike that's just been sitting there for like months now. Maybe take my bike out for a little ride. We shall see what the weekend holds, but it's time to pay attention in class. I'm a little bit bummed out. Do you wanna know why? We were just on a meeting for school and they told us the calendar was wrong, come back at 12:30 instead of at 1. And I had a meeting planned for 12:30 with my friend. We were gonna talk about my website that I'm designing and the progress I'm making on that. So, that is frustrating. But you know what this gives me an opportunity to do? Is vacuum. I had planned to do it yesterday, but it was late at night and I didn't want to disturb the people below us, even though it's a really quiet vacuum. I just had to say, because as I'm doing this, I'm realizing how amazing this thing is. If you don't have a cordless vacuum and you struggle to like vacuum on a regular basis, game changer. I'll put up the link for the one that I got. I didn't get anything super fancy, and I think I got it like the refurbished or Amazon warehouse. Our apartment is so clean. It just like makes me feel better. And it takes like 5 seconds because you don't have to plug it in and unplug it to move somewhere else in the house. So highly recommend. I feel like an influencer. I hate that I'm saying this right now, but it's true. It like, whoa, I'm falling over. I hate that I'm saying this, but it's true. It makes like things so much easier to keep clean because I'm more motivated to do it. It's like not a complex process. It's like I take it out of the closet, I vacuum, I put it away. I clean it out and then I put it away. Now that I finished vacuuming, I'm just gonna make some lunch and tell you what I did yesterday. I took the PEAT. It stands for Practice Exam Assessment Tool, I think. But it's the official practice test written by the people who write the actual PT board exam. So I took that yesterday and I passed it, which is super exciting. And there's some statistic, it's like 90% of people, or like, it's something crazy. It says that like most people who take the PEAT and pass it will pass the board exam. So that means I'm on the right track. I still have a ton to study because there were so many questions that I was like, I don't remember this, or like I haven't heard of some of the answer choices, at least not by like that name. I'm sure if you're studying for the board exam, you've probably heard that like every wrong answer is good because it tells you like what you need to work on. So that's my plan. I have been noticing as I've been studying more things, I mentioned this before in a previous video, but like the same topics keep coming up. Like, I feel like I need to figure out a different way to say this. I feel like if I talk about specific things that come up, I don't want to say anything specific. Basically, those autoimmune hormone disorders are something that I always struggled with. And now that I've actually like sat down and looked at them, the test really isn't trying to trick you. So now that I've like looked at them, I know what the answers are, which is cool. Uh-oh, are none of them ripe? We're gonna cut into this one and hope for the best. Look at how nice. I could work with this. This is good. Oh, the camera is like so close to me, like I can reach out and touch it. But I know it looks like I'm tiny in this big room. At least I think so. Anyway, I actually just got out of the house to take a quick walk because I realized I'm going to be inside for the next 4 hours on a Zoom call for school on a beautiful spring day. So I figured I should take a walk before my afternoon is taken over by that. But I have about like 10 minutes left until class starts, so I'm gonna eat this and do a little bit of website work. I just had a thought. I'm working on my website. I'm working on the About Me page. I'm like struggling with how to arrange these pictures. Do I want to like keep those pictures or do I want to use different ones? And like, if so, where do I put them? How do I like overlay them on top of each other? And it's just reminding me of PowerPoint presentations. Like, I feel like I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation that like I really care about. Usually I just like throw 1 or 2 pictures on there and it's like fine, but this, it needs to look good. So I don't know what I'm feeling, but it's just making me think, if you have a PowerPoint presentation, pay attention to like other people's and what you like about them, because someday you may find yourself making a website and wanting the pictures to look good with each other and not knowing where to put them. So save yourself my predicament. Okay, I'm gonna force myself to shut the computer because I don't know how it happened. I swear I blinked and an hour has passed. This is what happens when you're like enjoying something and having fun, so that's good. It is raining like all day. I was gonna go biking, but this is not what you want to bike in. You want to bike when it's like sunny and warm. I think today is just gonna be like a studying, website design day. I changed my mind. It stopped raining, so I'm in my biking clothes. I'm gonna go biking, but first I have my same breakfast that I had yesterday. I was parked in a spot like over that way, and you can't see the car from the road behind me, the main road. And this guy was like, you gotta park over there. Like, you gotta park over where I am now, because someone had parked there and I saw someone cut off the car's converter. I had to just look up what a converter was. I had no idea. But he was basically saying, don't park there because you can't see it from the road. Therefore, someone's gonna mess with your car potentially and no one will be able to like see it. I had so many thoughts. My first thought was like, okay, maybe he wants that parking spot. So fine, I'll move my car. And then that was not my thought anymore because he just like turned around and left. So now I'm like, is he gonna cut off my converter? I don't think so. He seemed like a nice guy, but it was weird. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna get on my bike, go, come back. My car will still be here. And if it's not, I guess I'm biking home. I don't know. Nothing's gonna be wrong. I've never had an issue here. I love this trail so much. It's actually over in Illinois, but it's really close to my house, like a 15-minute drive. So I did a lot of my triathlon training out here like a year and a half ago. Yeah, it's a great trail because there's really few like street crossings. Hi, bud. Are you friendly? Hi. I think, oh man, that scared me. I see these 2 dogs, but he doesn't care. I saw these 2 dogs and I didn't see the people, and so I thought, oh, he's afraid. Okay, bye. It definitely freaked me out for a second, but now I can get back on my bike. It's not their dogs. It's not any of our dogs. I wonder whose dogs they are. I wonder if they're gonna follow us. Okay, well, if you lost 2 dogs that look like that, they were seen on the trail. I have to find it on a map, but yeah, if you lost a dog or 2, they're just, on a little adventure together. And back at the car, I think everything looks normal. Like side to side, it looks normal. So, yeah, I think whatever that guy was saying, I think he had good intentions and he just wanted me to not get my car messed with. So, thank you to him. That never gets easier. It's nighttime. I'm gonna end the vlog here, but before I do, I wanted to leave you guys with something that I've been finding so incredibly powerful lately, and that is the value of staying in contact with your friends. It like sounds so simple. I've always been pretty good at like staying in contact with friends. Like I'll just text them out of the blue if I'm thinking about them. Been like trying to be even more intentional about it ever since I started listening to this podcast called The Jordan Harbinger Show, which I highly recommend. His thing is interviewing people at the top of their game, like whatever that means for them, whatever industry they're in. It's just like people who are really high up in whatever they do. And he says like, how do I book these incredible guests? It's because of my network. And then he has this course that teaches you how to build your own network. So highly recommend that if that's something you're into. But here's why everyone should be into it, at least at some level. I was just writing about some of the conversations I've been having lately, and I feel like I can't get into a ton of detail with this, but basically I have this friend that I met like 5 years ago. He lives out in Saudi Arabia, and I had another friend who was going to Saudi Arabia for work, and I was like, oh hey, I should connect you guys. They got coffee, and I assumed that would be the end of that. I don't want to say too much, but he was like maybe not going to be able to leave the country and come back to the States. The friend that I met like 5 years ago, like bailed him out, not bailed him out of jail or anything, but like got him help. Like, isn't that incredible that I was like, hey, y'all should get coffee, and then he was able to like have him leave the country. I just think that's so crazy. It can be as crazy as that, or it can be like, I have a friend who's wanting to move to California, and she told me the city, and I was like, oh, I have a friend who like lived there for a short time. I should connect you guys. So like, who knows? Maybe it'll be like another crazy story, or maybe they'll never talk. So I just wanted to encourage you to call some old friends. I always feel like you shouldn't feel weird about it. Like every time I start thinking about someone, I send them a text or I call them, and then a majority of the time they're like, I was just thinking about you too. And I was like, isn't that crazy? That's what I'm gonna leave you guys with, and I'll see you in another video soon.